Hi, I'm Angela Fernot. I'm a comic book artist and the co-creator of Tales of Cape Fear. But the best part about this is that you are watching The Brothers Boys.
I'll go ahead and start kind of just give us a little background maybe on the show itself, how long it's been going on and what people can expect is when they show up and things like that.
All right. Well, I'll tell you a little bit more about it. We actually got our start in 2013. I'm surprised that people have not used Wilmington as more of a target for cons and shows. But at that point, there had been only two small attempts at people running shows, and they were one-shot deal. They did it once and never came back. And I'm a Wilmington resident, and this is not my full-time job. So I didn't need to make a killing off of it, but I kind of knew what the area would support. And so we rented out our local Moose Lodge, is about a quarter mile from my house. And we did our first show in 2013. And the way I got that going was most of it were friends of mine from the shows. I brought them in and we had a pretty good turnout. I think we drew a couple hundred people the first year. My feedback was great. The dealers like, when are we going to do this again? When are we going to do it again? So we kind of did the same thing yet the next year, and it was kind of a similar response. We had a couple hundred people show up. The third year we did advance into cosplay too. We added that on, and that upped our numbers a little bit, but we were up by about 50% that third year. And then the next couple of years we were up well over 400. And we were really gathering a little bit of steam and getting ready to plan our 2020 show, and that's when COVID hit.
Yeah.
And that knocked us back. It's such a small venue that really I didn't feel comfortable doing anything until this year. 2020 was totally out. 2021, we had a few spikes, and it just made us a little bit nervous, and especially with a small venue, our people were being really close. There's really nowhere else to go. So we held off. But so far, 2022 looks like it's going to be a great show. We're getting fantastic feedback on Facebook. We've picked up a couple hundred followers in the last month since we started letting word out that we are going to be doing the show again. And in the last 2 years, we have picked up some competition. We got some new people coming in doing conventions and shows and cons and whatnot. But I still think we'll stand out pretty well for the quality of the vendors we draw. We just have some fantastic, we have fantastic vendors, and I have to turn away a lot of really good vendors, and I hate doing it. But I've kept a small venue until we hit a certain number of attendants. I like to support the vendors that have been with me for so long and make sure that they have a good show. And in return, they really bring their A game. We have guys that come from Columbia. Chris Foss, that one time, he's the guy that started Heroes and Dragons in Columbia, which was the largest comic book store in South Carolina at one time. And now he's moved on to all he does is shows and conventions. And he brings an amazing selection, Gold Age, Silver Age, hard to find key books, you name it, he's got it. So we've got some really good vendors coming. The other thing we do is we like to support local artists. And this year we have 3 local artists that have actually been with us for most of the time. We have Mike Pigford, who's a manga artist. He's fantastic. He also has an independent comic book he writes and draws. Andy Bonesteel is another guy that's coming. He is another amazing artist. He's worked with several other artists, and he's got his own books, prints, you name it, he's got it. And then we have another guy that goes by the name Happyfangs. And Happyfangs is he's unique. The only way to truly you can look him up on Facebook. He's amazing. He's in his own world, but he's an amazing artist, and he's done a lot of work in the community. built basically billboards going past I-40. He's done that. He's kind of an amazing thing unto himself. But we really love to support our local artists. And the last thing we have is we have 2 local charities that we're working with this year. And we've done that pretty much every year that we've run the show. We've brought in 1 or more local charities. And one that's returning is the New Hanover County House Rabbit, or it's the Rabbit Rescue. And what they do is rescue and rehome bunny rabbits. Most people don't realize that they make great house pets. Behind the camera right now, I have 2 bunnies hopping around. I had to put them in a pen for the time being, otherwise we could have all sorts of mayhem going on here. I have 2 happy little bunny rabbits, and that's one of our charities, and they've been actually with us for several years. And over the years, we've had several other charities. We have a new one this year, though, from Jacksonville, North Carolina, called Adoption First Animal Rescue. And we brought them on board very happily because on first of the year, we adopted our senior noodle, Oscar, from their rescue. And they have a count, they rescued thousands of dogs and cats. And we are just so grateful to them for letting us get a wonderful dog like Oscar, that we wanted to have him at the show. And we will do, we have some really cool raffle prizes that we'll be raffling off at the end of the day. We'll be selling tickets all day for them, and the charities will split that profit. And on top of that, each of our charities, we give $1 from every paid admission will go to each of our charities. So hopefully we'll sell several hundred tickets on a week from Saturday for the show. And out of that $5 admission fee, $1 will go to the Rabbit Rescue, and $2 will go to Adoption First Animal Rescue. So we'll see some good stuff come out of that.
Awesome.
Absolutely. We're both animal lovers, so it'll be really, cool to see that and to see money go into them.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're excited. We're excited to see all the vendors you're gonna have there. As far as the time, what time do people need to come to the show, as far as how long it's going to be on next Saturday?
Hold on
Right.
that thought for a second, because we got so excited. This is our special guest, Sean Morse. For those of you watching, we got so excited we started without even introing.
We just jumped right into it.
Wilmington Comic, Toy, and Hobby Show on November 5th. And me and Chris will both be there. The brothers Boyd will have a table there. We'll be live streaming from the show. And you've been listening to some of the things going on. Now he's going to tell us about the time of the show. Awesome.
Well, we're going to be opening for guests at 10 in the morning. The show is going to run till 4 p.m. It's kind of a short day for buyers, so it's time. Hit it early, hit it late. It's busy all day long. We do door prizes every hour, and our door prizes are really good because we have several fantastic shops in town that donate gift certificates for us as our door prizes. So you could get a gift certificate to Memory Lane Comics, Wilmington's oldest and longest running comic book store, or we have a new game in town, which is really cool. Buried Under Comics and Toys, and they'll also be donating certificates to us. Basically, that's going to be an hourly giveaway. Our MC Tommy Gunn, he's spinning tunes all day, and he handles the door prizes. And then at the end of the day, after we sell the raffle tickets, we will be raffling off some other great prizes, also from Memory Lane Comics, Buried Under Comics and Toys. Yellow Dog Disc, that is I always thought of it as a record shop, but I went into it and they have everything. They've got records, they got CDs, video games, hundreds of pops. And actually, just for the show, they're bringing in a lot of their personal items, including plenty of toys from the 90s and a whole bunch of pops from their personal collection. So if you want some really cool, hard to find pops, they're going to be the people to talk to.
Yeah, pops are the hot thing right now. They're everywhere. I kind of treat them like tribbles, though. If you start getting them, they multiply a lot on
Yes.
you.
I tell people I'm not a pop collector. And then I look and I've got my Thundar the Barbarian pops. It's like you can't resist because they will find something and they will suck you in.
Yes, yeah.
I'll have them, and of course I have my Minion pops too because
Nice.
there's something else you can't resist. So
I have found that the bigger jumbo pops look really good in the background of videos. So I've been looking at those and getting those. I actually don't have mine on display tonight. I did my comics, but it's a changing display all the time back there behind my head. So
it's very cool. Yeah, I love working on my displays at home. It's gotten a little neglected over the last several months. But I hope to have it finished before you guys went on. I'm totally redoing my one of my personal cases. I've really gotten into toys of the 90s, so I'm really hoping to see a lot of that at the show this year.
I was going to say, is that the firehouse behind you up there?
That is actually a custom Ghostbusters firehouse. A friend of mine, I gave him a very ugly, discolored Kenner firehouse, and he repainted it in colors closer to what they should look like in the cartoon. So
that looks amazing. Ghostbusters is one of my favorite movies. So
I agree with you. It is fantastic, and he did such a great job on it. His next project for me is I love custom toys. He's making me a lowrider Ecto 1.
Nice.
Complete
nice.
light up
like
features. So I'm excited to begin that in my collection.
Awesome. So we got a lot of great vendors going to be at the show. I know I saw the list. Just an amazing amount of vendors coming, as well as the artists. And I would say that what Josh and I have experienced meeting these artists and stuff, guys, support these artists as well. We have found that a lot of these independent comics that we have been reading over the past few months, some of them have been a lot better than what's running in the regular run of comics right now. So that and these guys that are going to be there, Mike Pigford and Andy Bonesteel, go out there and grab some of their work and check it out, because it is really, really good to support these local artists. And if you come to our table, we have a local artist slash, she won't be with us, but my daughter, who is in college right now at ECU for art, and she is practicing by doing comic book covers right now, the blank covers. So we're going to have a handful of those on display as well. So, but we're excited for this. Next weekend, 10 to 4 at the Moose Lodge on Carolina Beach Road. Let me make sure I'm getting that right. In Wilmington, North Carolina. I believe 4610, if my numbers are right.
You
Carolina
got it.
Beach Road. Yeah. I'm kind of like Rain Man with numbers. Sometimes they get in my head and I remember them really well. So,
Right.
Josh, you got any questions or anything you want to ask?
So we got, how many, you said about 50 or local vendors going to be there?
We have close to 50 tables, and I forget how it broke down to. We have setups ranging from 1 4-foot table to some people. We do have some 3-table booths.
Okay.
And that's our largest, and it varies. We have some single table dealers, and we have several dealers that have the 3-table booths. So I forget exactly what our breakdown of numbers is, but we have a really good selection of stuff. It's not like you'll walk in the show and see a water conditioner salesman there too. We really have been very fortunate in having some really great vendors sign up for it. Like I said, in my original shows, I just called up a bunch of friends of mine that I knew were dealers, that were really good dealers. And I said, can you come on down and do my show? And most of these guys have come back every single year since 2013. And like I said, they're most of these are guys that I like to shop with, and I don't like to spend money, so you know their prices are fantastic. I do like the unusual and rare stuff, and they have that too. So we do have some amazing dealers. We have a couple of great local stores that are coming and supporting us. Memory Lane Comics that I mentioned earlier is bringing some amazing stuff. They're known for their dollar boxes, and they're bringing I think they said 30 to 40 long boxes of dollar comics that have never been for sale at their store. So you're getting first crack at these dollar boxes. So you know where I'll be at 8 o'clock on Friday or Saturday morning. But they also have a deal. You can stuff as many comics as you can for $10, and basically you can usually fit 25 to 30 comic books in their bags, which brings it down to 3 for $1. You can't beat that price. And like I said, they have amazing stuff at their table. Their table will be surrounded all day, basically, with people emptying up those boxes.
Yeah, and they are
and
great.
Then I mentioned,
Yeah, they are great. We met them a couple of months ago when we went down and did the shop tour where we did all of the shops in Wilmington, and
Nice.
really enjoyed meeting them. So, Josh, we have to set up before you dig through the dollar boxes.
I know. I get excited when I hit those dollar bins and going through them looking for stuff.
Yeah.
At Fayetteville, we had an opportunity to meet Angela Fernot, or I believe it's Fernot from Tales of Cape Fear. Will she be there at the show with her comic?
Actually, I had not met her, but so we will not have her there, but I'd love to meet her. I'd love to book her for a future show.
Yeah, she was a really great person. We got to talk to her for a long time in Fayetteville, so that may be a connection we can make for you, because she was really good, really interesting. Her books are really good, and they're all Wilmington-based authors and artists in the comic. Yeah, I know that they sell it at Memory Lane.
That's awesome, and Memory Lane is so cool because they have such an amazing store. They had to expand to the second shop, directly across the street from them, and that's become one of my favorites because they use that to kind of cater to their vintage collectors, and so that's where you find their vintage GI Joes and Silverhawks and Masters of the Universe. A lot of their older wall books are over there, but both their shops are fantastic. But it's great to have local stores like that that support us. And like I said, they put aside inventory just to bring to our show, which is you can't ask for them to do any more than that.
No, that's pretty awesome. That's pretty awesome.
So we're gonna have vendors. We've got local artists. Cosplay, you mentioned we're going to have a cosplay contest, or
well, we backed off the contest this year. We decided to kind of go back to our roots and concentrate on the toys and comics this year. This originally 2020 was supposed to have been our expansion year, and we were looking at larger facilities where we could really support the cosplay events the way that I really wanted to. Unfortunately, the Moose Lodge doesn't have a separate room that we can use for cosplay, and they've made use of the stage for some other stuff. So we actually have we have limited stage space now. With all that kind of coming into play, I figured it'd be a lot harder to pull off the cosplay event the way we want to. But cosplayers are always welcome at our shows. We love to have them there, and we love to support that community as well. And we're very hopeful next year to be not only bringing cosplay back, but doing it bigger and better than we ever have.
Awesome.
Nice. Sounds like fun. Yeah, I volunteer for tribute there. Josh and I could be celebrity cosplay judges there if you need any cosplay judges.
That would definitely be cool.
Yeah, cool. Well, Josh, I don't know how much time we got. We're on the Zoom call, so I think it gets us like 40 minutes, but I think we've, we got a good idea, and we should be able to create a great, a lot of excitement for what's coming up next weekend. And I know we're excited, as we have been. We really enjoyed doing this over the past 6 months since we started the channel, but it's really cool to see other people super excited about comics and toys and things like that too. So we are definitely looking forward to it. Josh, how about you? Got anything?
I mean, I'm excited. I'm excited to see what the people have. I'm excited. It's nice to meet you tonight and get to see you in person in a couple weeks and see some of these people that'll be there. For our viewers, come on out, meet Sean, meet the people there. From the sounds of it, they're going to have a lot of stuff, a lot of vendors there, and price points will be good. I'm sure from $1 up, you'll be able to get something while you're there.
You cannot leave the show without a bag full of stuff. If not, we will turn you around and send you back in, because there is just an amazing selection. Like you said, it's at every price point. You can get anything. Like I said, you can fill a bag of comic books with 30 comic books for $10. And like I said, the amazing selection that they have would blow your mind. But then on top of that, some of the wall books our dealers have, I mean, you can buy a several $1,000 comic book and still be getting a great price on it, because we have dealers that are bringing just amazing items. And like I said, the energy in the room is always great. A lot of these dealers know each other. Like I said, I started with a bunch of friends of mine, and the people that we've added on, we usually end up becoming friends with too. So it's kind of like one big party all day long. So it'll be a good time, guaranteed. And we're also supporting 2 great animal rescues. So that's something we feel really good about. And we hope to get the people out there and keep supporting us like they have been.
All right, guys, you heard the man. Come on out. $2 of your entry fee will go to supporting those rescues. And if you're looking for that hard to find key comic, you just might find it there. From the sounds of it, there's going to be lots of great stuff. So it's been nice to have you. Thanks for joining us tonight, Mr. Morris, Sean. And until next time, we will see you at the shop.
See you there, guys. Thank you very much.